Good morning. My name is Andrea Johnson and I'm the headmistress here at Wychwood, and it is a huge pleasure to welcome you to this virtual open day at Wychwood. Wychwood knows what it is and what it stands for, and that is why we are still here more than 120 years after our founding by Miss Lee, with her aim of educating genuine girls, not imitation boys. Wychwood celebrates women's education. We have a deep understanding based on experience of the aspirations and needs of teenage and young women as they move through what is a complex, defining, and vitally important time in their lives. And we know that women's education is essential to the successful future of mankind. To illustrate our understanding, I'd point to the aspirations and destinations of our leavers. We know the girls here, and we believe wholeheartedly that each one should go on from here to something that fits them, whether that is a course in horsemanship, or to a university abroad, or to the finest of the British universities. Our primary function as a school is to enable the girls to achieve at the highest level of which they're capable, and we take our academic responsibilities very seriously. Our girls are ambitious for themselves, make no mistake, but they need fortitude as they need to find their way in a digital age with pressures that their parents never experienced. They want to achieve academically, succeed in their careers, and possibly have families. An exciting and fulfilling path, but nevertheless one in which they will need all the resilience that we aim to develop within them. That strong sense of self-worth, independence of thought, and the confidence to build careers and personal lives that will do them great credit, as it says in our mission statement. We encourage the girls to look outwards and to think of others before themselves, because truth to tell, we are privileged, and we should recognise that humbly and with true charity of spirit. We help our girls to develop the tools and resilience to leave personal lives that will do them great credit. And we develop that fortitude with opportunity outside the classroom as well as inside the classroom. Outside the classroom, we offer Wychwood Enterprise, Chess Club, the Inklings Creative Writing Club, sports of all sorts, and even, by request, a babysitting training club offering a formal qualification which informs anybody employing them that they are responsible, first aid trained, and have thought about what they're doing when you hand over your precious youngsters for them to babysit. We offer a variety of school trips. Recent memories are of Science Live, Paris and Rome for History of Art, Spain and France for cultural exchanges. Unfortunately this year the netball tour to Disneyland at Easter was cancelled for obvious reasons, but we will go another time. In a small school, there is so much more opportunity as we can open our trips up to all the age groups and everybody has a much better chance of getting onto the trips. And that brings me to the very strong family atmosphere you will find at Wychwood. Girls take an enormous interest, older for younger, younger for older. The older girls monitor and mentor, they intervene and support, and they work together. The head girls and counsellors or prefects run socials for all the younger year groups with boys' schools from the area, and they have just organised a whole school sleepover in the hall. Just imagine all 120 girls playing games, dancing like little demons, watching a movie and then settling down on the gym mats in their sleeping bags to go to sleep. Well, eventually to go to sleep. Everyone in this school, I think, would say that there was somebody that they could go to should they want advice, information and support. And the older girls are excellent at communicating that to staff so that we have an overview of what is going on. This gives us our well-rounded and happy environment, and we aim for consideration of others to produce emotional balance. The extensive pastoral system, judged outstanding by ISI, starts with the girls themselves, moves on to experienced and effective form teachers and progress tutors, all overseen by the senior pastoral team. We're happy to note potential issues almost before they become apparent to the girls themselves and nip them in the bud. And that is why we are deliberately small and will remain so. Girls need to have staff who know them well and who are able to motivate the girls more directly and personally. So what are we looking for? We are looking for potential. An interesting word. For me, that is what could happen in the right place with the right teaching and the right guidance. And equally, what could be ignored or squashed out of a child in the wrong place. In a small school where the staff know the girls with whom they work, the potential is so much more effectively developed in a small class where nobody can hide, which can be daunting, but the girls do thrive when they get used to it. Girls have the opportunity to ask, to challenge misunderstanding, to elucidate, and to dig into their subjects and gain a much greater depth of understanding than could ever be possible in a class of 25 or 30. And we're looking for that little bit of sparkle that is in your daughter, in whatever aspect of life that she loves. We want to find that and develop it, in class and outside. When girls eventually leave the school, we find them deeply loyal, both to the school and to the friends that they made here. They come back regularly to judge the form plays, to lecture, to talk about university, to talk about their careers. We are so appreciative of what our girls give us back, as we see personified that sense of integrity and self-worth that we aim to inculcate. Now, while about 2/3 of our girls are day pupils, 1/3 are boarders. And the independence gained and the opportunities afforded by boarding are immense. There is no time wasted in the daily slog of travelling to and fro, and that time can be used productively. The boarders really enjoy life in the boarding house, and they are cared for with compassion and understanding. And the organisation, forethought and self-discipline that boarding requires girls to develop means that they are streets ahead of their day companions when it comes to university and beyond. Living alongside other people, developing a sense of tolerance and justice, and especially a sense of humour, gives girls a real advantage in those soft skills that employers so often say are missing in today's young people. Not so in those who have boarding experience. And the huge advantage of a school that does offer boarding is that day pupils can take advantage of it too. The majority of our day girls stay on after lessons formally finish for supervised prep and the clubs and activities that happen after school. Many day girls take advantage of our flexi boarding offer to stay overnight if parents are away or working late, if a trip is returning late, or simply if there's an exciting activity taking place in the boarding house. Hence, the integration between day pupils and boarding pupils that we see means that it's really difficult to know who is day and who is a boarder. And we're proud of that. In the country as a whole, these are challenging times, and we are immensely proud of how the Wychwood community has reacted. It is not new here that staff constantly and consistently remind girls that their being and personality is more about how they make their choices in life and not about what they can actually do this minute. We remind them repeatedly that they can grow their intelligence, both intellectual and emotional, and that this will help them to grow in confidence so that we can enable their own concept of self to grow. What is new is the way of working that we're all engaged in, and we are so proud of our girls at the moment, who have learned more than I could imagine possible in the skills-based curriculum we put in place at 3 weeks' notice at Easter. And as a parent commented in the most recent feedback survey, as an aside, wouldn't a week of virtual learning be great every year? As I believe it's allowed her to develop IT, communication and organisational skills, not to mention time management. In normal curriculum terms, we offer an exceptional range of subjects, even compared to much larger schools, and our small size means that we can tailor the curriculum on an annual basis to what the girls themselves have requested. We can't always give everybody exactly what they want, but we are not tied to predefined curriculum blocks which dictate the timetable. In summary, we aim to find each person's best skills and qualities because they exist in everyone, and to develop and support those areas which are not initially as impressive. We succeed by virtue of our small size and family atmosphere, and as a result, girls gain academic results beyond what they sometimes believe themselves to be capable, and we were very pleased to have that recognised by the Good Schools Guide in their description of us as a pint-sized powerhouse. So please, have a look at what we have on offer at our virtual open day, and when we're back up and running, do come and visit us and see us in action, and I would be delighted to meet you.